She's off the phone.
Hi,
Hey,
Dad.
everything all right?
Night.
At the
Yeah,
hospital?
had a nice little shift, yes, with Abby. Um, for the last bread.
It wasn't an pool of. Um, really.
Do
Um,
you suspect who it was?
yeah.
Okay. And care to share?
I'm not going to tell you who I think it was. No.
Why?
Because you might do something stupid there.
You realize you're talking to me, right? And not Flop.
Yeah, I do. But I don't want to. I'm not risking it. Listen,
Okay.
you don't do it. You listen. I know you don't do things, but sometimes you might get angry and you might say things, and I don't want you to say things to the wrong people because then they come after you.
Okay. That's fair. And you're sure you're okay?
I'm I'm okay. This isn't the first time I've had to
So,
live without a hand.
well, yeah, I remember. But it it was just the prosthetic. It didn't get to your actual arm.
It got a little bit up my around my
Oh,
wrist and my arm that might make things difficult, and I might lose feeling in it for a bit, maybe forever. I don't know, but I'm not gonna let it get me down.
okay. All right. They gave you some stuff to treat it to keep it from getting infected.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If it starts to bother you, I want you to tell me. I can at least, do some spot checks. And then the other thing that you asked me about, um,
Smile.
so the lighthouse, yeah,
Hmm.
and the sewers, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and rats.
I mean, I did try to stay away from the hospital. I don't know whether I said that to you, but I've been saying that a lot.
Yeah, you told me to be careful. So, I mean, I literally have no purpose in this city if I'm not helping people. What am I going to do? Just sit here in the house all day waiting for y'all to come home safe? Like,
Well, if you're gonna be there, then you know.
yeah, that's so you're aware of how many people have been infected with this mysterious infectious disease?
Well, the issue is for me is that there's multiple infectious diseases that going around at the minute, so I don't really
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, and that's why I asked Abby if anybody was keeping track of the different strains of who was infected, if there's been any kind of response to treatment, but apparently nobody's keeping track. But I mean, we're so understaffed. I'm not surprised. And Dr. Skip definitely isn't going to be keeping track of any of that. So
That guy's fucking useless, man.
he really is. He's worse than Nancy, if I'm honest. Um,
Uh,
with that being said, I know exactly what is going on, and I know exactly what happened the last time they were around. I remember, and I am terrified.
maybe you and Sean should take a holiday or something.
And what
You know?
about you and Matt?
Yeah, take Matt with you.
Dad, do you remember what you promised me? You promised me that you would die in your bed when you are old and gray, surrounded by your loved ones, a long time from now.
Plan on keeping that promise.
The last time that you even came remotely close to any of this, it almost killed you.
Yeah, yeah, I'm aware, and I don't plan on getting that close again.
Do you know TJ Walker is stuck in limbo?
Yeah, yeah, I know.
How many times have you been to the lighthouse?
The only times I've been to the lighthouse is for work, but I think I've been there 3 times in the past month. One time
Have you spoken to any of them?
yeah, I spoke to Bones. That was work. I was inquiring about something. He helped confirm something for me that I didn't really want to hear, but
But not the other, right?
never the other.
Okay.
I will not intentionally speak to them if I can help it.
Okay, good. Um, yeah, there are giant rat traps posted up in the ICU rooms at the hospital because apparently there have been rats showing up.
Great, great, great.
Yeah, I don't know if any of that is something that y'all are keeping tabs at the marshals.
No, yeah, we're we're looking into some things to I can't do anything, but just make sure you're wearing PPE, if not a full
Yeah,
hazmat. Okay.
yeah. I kept everything until I left, and I threw it all in the trash.
Okay.
Um,
Well, go on.
I know Oshira was sick.
Yeah. little bit.
Okay. Um, and apparently she took doctors with her up there to the lighthouse.
Uh, as far as I'm aware, they were all okay, but
Okay.
I think it was, yeah, ignorance of what exactly they were dealing with, you know?
Gotcha. She knows better now.
Yeah, she knows better now. Though, I'll be honest, I did my own cleanup of that place a couple of days ago. There's rats
Okay.
everywhere, but they're all incinerated now.
Okay. Um, I'm waiting for Sean to get off duty so I can kind of give him a TLDR so he knows enough to steer clear, but not enough to get curious. Although, thankfully, he's not the curious type.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay. Just both of you stay safe and avoid anything rat related.
Yeah. No. You too. Yeah.
I can't promise that. It's, my job is a little bit more needed than last time.
How is it a marshal's job to go up against something older than any of
I'm
us?
I'm more concerned as to why that thing is here than dealing with it directly.
Why don't you ask nobody?
I know better than to ask Norman about his brother.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Okay. Well, I guess, I mean, I can't sit here and ask you not to do your job, right?
Yeah. But I'll promise I'll do it in a way that's not going to get me killed. At least, you know, I'll do the best as I can. But I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. Does Matt know?
I don't think so. I don't even know if I should tell him.
You know, he's probably not going to like the fact that you're looking into it at all.
Of course he's.
I just don't want him to be caught off guard, but he's quick, like I am, about putting two and two together. Because you mentioning the plague and Sean mentioning there's been increased activity at the lighthouse, and I immediately knew.
Yeah, just I need to speak with Abby about. We were talking about getting away to. With Abby and Stacy, I need to try and get some info. Um, but obviously Pippa's a bit of a ball ache. Um,
Yeah.
but,
What is it that you're needing exactly?
well, Abby was mentioning somebody who had came in, and keep it between us, someone who came in with saying that they had the plague, but there
Yes,
was
she
no
told me.
report about it, and so there's nothing I could subpoena, and basically, I guess doctor or hospital command didn't really want anything getting out about who it was, given they're, I guess, someone who's threaten the hospital.
Oh, right. Okay.
So just leave it with me. I'll speak to Abby about it, and then I'm also in contact with Stacy about the the other virus, Thraxium 7 or whatever it's called. That so,
Oh, for
um,
heaven's sake. Yeah. Okay.
so yeah, don't get your hands dirty, I guess.
I mean, we're short staffed. I just promised Perry that I would be around more to help out more.
All right. Well, guess I'll see you at the hospital. At some point.
Yeah. A lot of us just went off duty because apparently there's a rope burn family convention happening. And given how the Mike convention turned out, we're not dealing with that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. So keep an eye out for that.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I
All right.
love you, Dad.
Love you too. Take care.
Please, please, please be careful.
I will.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Bye.